Okay, what's up, everybody? Flatbed Trucker here again. Thought since I did kind of a review on that last video, I thought I'd throw in a couple other things that I forgot about. One thing I'd already done on that first parcel we were at, which was actually the old Arnold parcel. You can see some of the equipment I've got up here. It doesn't count in all the cleanup equipment, but I've already drilled out basically everything I can. The dirt up in here is just so shallow, it wouldn't let you. And as you can kind of see, I do have gold deposits all throughout the map. Some are better than others. Let's say, like this one right here, 189. Okay, I don't know why it's grayed out. It did have gold in it. But, I'll go. Okay, that one's already been cleaned out, so that's somewhere back in the area of where I dug out to with the end loader. Okay, here's a good one, like drill hole 161. You can see over here kind of where the main gold is from half a meter down to 8 meters down. But because I'd started this game so early, it's actually got gold throughout the whole thing. And if we come over to 162, okay, we'll go to 211. You can see the top layer, it has nothing in it. Don't really get to it until about 1.9 meters down. Then there's quite a bit all the way through. So that's the reason I'm actually digging out this whole thing, is there's just really so much gold all throughout it. But okay, that's why I need to switch over to parcel 2. You can see here where I've already done a lot of the Rivertown parcel. And one idea I've seen online is drilling like every third square and then come back in and check and start seeing where your gold is actually at. So like you can see I've got a big deposit up here, another one down in here, a small one here, and then I have not done any of it down here, so I thought we'd drill out a couple of them just that way you can see. And you can see I found a deeper spot here at the edge, some of these edges where I was able to drill it out. Like even up in here, it's actually kind of a sheer cliff right up in through here, so that's why I was able to drill those holes. And it was one of the things that's just for fun, just to say I could, because at that time they didn't have the reward system in place, which I don't think I can show in game. But like one of them is digging out or drilling all of your claims. And right now all I own is Rivertown and the old Arnold parcel. And I'm actually going to buy them all instead of renting them, even though that is another achievement of rent each parcel and then buy each parcel. Well, if I can afford to buy them, I'd rather buy them because they are expensive to rent. So yeah, let's hop in the drill here, even though it's actually looks like another old army piece dozer that was retrofitted with the drill. And we really can't drill very many because once it gets up and going here, yeah, you can see I've got very little fuel. So the next time I come over, I need to remember to... Okay, I forgot to set the handbrake before I started trying to drill. And I gotta remember what my controls were for it too. But yeah, the next time I come over here, I really need to remember to bring the fuel tanker with me. But I've just been doing this when I was kind of getting bored. And it will automate itself. I have a bad habit of holding the control down. So we actually just did 499. So we can come back in here to the gold map. Go to parcel 2, 499. Yeah, there's nothing here. And I'm willing to bet by the time I finish drilling all this out, there's going to be nothing else down in this little corner. But we'll just hop up here, do the next one real quick, and see what it comes up with. And one thing I don't remember if I mentioned the last time or not, that is my biggest issue I think with this game, is this equipment has absolutely zero power to it. Like these hills out here, they won't hardly go up and down. Okay, so that's 498. And again, nothing there. And I'll show you real quick what I mean with no power. I mean, even here, take the parking brake off. Like, the way I'm turning this, okay, there it's finally spinning like it should. Usually, they won't do that. But, we'll come down here real quick. See if we can get it to spin around again. And if you do get motion sick pretty easy, I'm sorry. Sometimes it's a little hard to control, especially from this camera angle. You can see this thing is barely crawling up this hill. It should have absolutely no problem getting up it. That's why I say it's one of them things where I really wish they would go back in and fix that, because all the equipment is the same way. It's just no power to it. We use a little too much fuel there. But yeah, anyway, that's that. And I'm going to cut this next part out while I drive back to the old Arnold claim. So we will see you back there. Okay, we're back. Kind of a good and bad thing. My editing got a little bit easier because the game decided to take a major crash right after I said I was gonna drive back over here. And one other thing I thought of as I was leaving there that I wanted to point out, that they've also added excuse me, is these fast travel locations. I don't know exactly where all they're at, and they actually cost a fairly ridiculous amount. Yeah, $200,000 just to unlock one. Obviously, you have to have two to make them work, I think, and I assume. So yeah, $400,000 just to be able to fast travel between spots. So that's one of the things I doubt that I'll be investing any money into, but I really don't want them anyway, so... Anyway, get the truck back over here, get it parked, and I think what I'm going to do for this video is just get all my mats filled up and everything so I can do a partial clean out anyway. It won't be the full thing because that just takes way too long. I think it took me overnight to finish the last one. And I believe we're at about 50%, so I think that's going to be one round with all, probably 2 rounds with all the dump trucks will get me past, and the workers will have it cleaned out for me, so that way I can just come back and collect everything. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to just start another time lapse, and we'll see you when I'm start doing the clean out. Okay, we're back. One thing I'm going to do here real quick, just because I know there's been a worker here waiting for a while. You come into the tent here, this little tablet, come up to the workers. I've actually got one hired. I ran out of money when I was trying to get him retrained, because I wanted him on something else besides what kept coming up. And one problem when you retrain them, it's random. You never know what you're gonna get, and it costs $15,000 once you get them up to the point, like once you get them level 2 and then level 3, and I'll show you with the one awaiting if I hire him. Oh, come on, something I can at least put you on. Okay, here we go. I can at least put him on here. Give him something to do. Like at level 1, they do a 20% better down in the hog pans. I'm not sure what it really works out to. Level 2, increased performance, and just increases their performance again. I'm really not sure what that equates to. Oh, let's see, this new guy, his specialization is the trommel. I already have somebody on there. And I think since I already have somebody on there, I'm just going to let him sit here for a while, since I just spent a bunch more money getting that other guy somewhere I could use. I'll just let him sit there. To the best of my knowledge, they never go away. If you kind of noticed earlier, yeah, I know, I'm not going a very smart way. I probably broke both legs doing that. For some reason, these mats changed a lot earlier than everything else, and I don't know why. The reason this one is saying 0 is you can actually have dirt left in there until you add water to it and actually wash it down through. I wonder. No, I got those there, so I don't know. But the way you can tell a clean mat from a dirty mat, and I wish it was brighter out, I should have waited a little longer to do this, is figures. You can actually see the difference there. The dirty one does look dirty. Like I said, that you can see it. It's not that hard. But when you come over here to your buckets, there's a big difference between empty and full. So that's just my reasoning for looking at the buckets to keep track of where they are. And the one other thing I'm really hoping that Code Horizon will add, come on, to the game here before too long, is like a Rubbermaid container to hold these mats to take them up to the clean out, because I just don't really want to put it down here. Again, personal preference. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna probably just cut this part out when I take all these mats out, get them up there, and we shall see you back in a minute. Okay, and we're back. I went ahead already and cleaned all the mats except for this bunch that I got in the wave table right now. Went through all the buckets, went ahead, dumped them. This is actually the third time I'll be running the wave table. After the first 2 times, the bucket was full enough. I went ahead, just cleaned it out. But right now our gold total for this cleanup is sitting at 196.6 ounces. And one thing I really don't understand is how out of one of those 5-gallon buckets, when I run it through the magnetite separator, I will get 99% full of another 5-gallon bucket of gold. It doesn't make sense why. And I've made the mistake before because one full bucket going into the magnetite separator only fills that table 25%. So I made the mistake, oh, if it only takes 25%, I can dump extra buckets in. Yeah, that was a mistake. So don't do that. But the magnetite now, and it labeled as dirt, now has a very useful. It's very useful. It's not just for extra money now. Now you actually take it to the blacksmith to increase how big of a gold bar you can get. Basically, you buy into his business, so that way it'll cost you less money, faster times, and I forget what the fourth thing is that you can do with the magnetite with him. But then once you get it all built up at all 3 levels, I think it is. Once you get that, sorry, I'm trying to write that number down so I can do some math here. Once you get that built all built up, there's no need for it. Then you can just sell it to the factory. And until you take it to the factory, your magnetite total up there in the top right corner won't change. I forgot to write those numbers down, but I think that was the 4th one, and all of them were at least 600 ounces of magnetite. So over 2,400 ounces of magnetite is what we've also gotten on this cleanup. But our grand total for this cleanup in gold is 240.89 ounces. So all in all, for just that one set of mats, that's pretty good, I think, for us on this game and in this claim. But other than that, I don't think I've got anything else to really show you except for the fact that this fire has never needed to be stoked, and I've ran over it I don't know how many times. But other than that, that's all I've got for you. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and keep the shiny side up.